Sup guys, we have finally got some new content after quite a bit of a drought, and as usual, I'll be going over the new stuff from the new update today. First up, we've got some new ships. Fortunately, they're pretty straightforward this time. To start off, we have Kuibyshev. I hope I said her name right. She has good stats, similar to her sister Chapayev. And basically, all you need to know from her skills is that she does a pretty decent amount of damage, for a light cruiser that is, and also has a pretty consistent heal. So you can pretty much think of her as 2023's version of Phoenix. Next up is Theseus, whose kit looks quite similar to Albion's, but she has a bit more of a generalist loadout. In terms of single target damage, she is quite behind Albion against light and medium armor enemies, but she should deal more against heavy thanks to the pretty good torpedo bomber slot she has. She also has a defensive third skill that would be good in campaign mobbing, but the damage reduction and the healing only makes up for the fact that she is extremely squishy if you look at her base stats. So with those taken into account, she's only about as tanky as a normal carrier would be. Also, her 15% bonus damage only works against enemies that have been on the field for more than 10 seconds, so generally that won't be too good for mobs. Overall, she's a decent carrier, but nothing special. And her real worth lies in her level 120 fleet tech, which is 2 aviation for both carriers and light carriers alike. And then we have the 2 Dragon Emperor ships, which I think I should just skip over, because as you would expect, they're not very good. So just read the skills on your own time, and I will mention that Hwaja gives +1 reload to carriers and light carriers at level 120, so you should probably try to get her if that is important to you. And the last ship that was in this update, which is Sheffield Meta, she's okay. Alright, moving on. We have Yatsen Retrofit. So just from the retrofit alone, she's got a decent amount of stats, especially in the relevant ones, being 15% efficiency to both gun mounts and 55 FP. And then on the defensive side, she also got 240 HP, which is more than 10% of her old base, as well as 15 evasion. Her old first skill is now changed to work when sortied with any other Dragon Emperor ship, so you can use her with Harbin or the DDGs and she'll be tanky. About as tanky as Ninghai and Penghai were with her buffing them. And since her damage is okay now, especially with her new barrage, you can easily form a pretty decent Dragon Emperor only Vanguard with Yatsen and 2 of the DDGs. And obviously, you'll want to use her new Umbrella Ox on her. The other 2 Oxes are whatever though. And finally we have FDG's Fate Simulation. She no longer needs flagship, and she now fires the needles part of her proximity barrage when she fires her main guns. Unfortunately, this is pretty useless outside of mobbing situations. And then her third skill also got buffed. Her FP and damage reduction buffs no longer scale off her remaining HP. And also, when her HP is under 30%, her secondary guns get a little bit stronger. Since they did something with her secondary guns, I wish they had just given her secondaries bonus range, so that she would function similar to Odin, for example. But it is what it is. A pretty tame buff overall, but still a buff at the end of the day, and she will definitely be more consistent than before and no longer needs the flagship position. And that's pretty much it for this update. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.